Picnic in the Park is a summer meal program offered by the Food Bank of Santa Barbara County that provides free lunches to children and teens ages 1 through 18 every weekday all summer long. We offer this program at locations throughout the county, including the greater Santa Barbara and Santa Maria regions. This training video will help familiarize you with the program and provide you with the information you need to become a successful Picnic in the Park site volunteer. To start, we will discuss what a volunteer shift at Picnic in the Park should look like, including arrival, delivery of meals and supplies, site setup, meal service, mealtime rules, safety and sanitation cleanup, and leftover meals. Each day, you will arrive at the site before mealtime begins to meet the delivery driver and set up the site. Refer to your site checklists for your required arrival time and the meal delivery time. The delivery driver will drop off ice chests with lunches, signs that need to be posted at the site, a site bin for running the program, including a site binder and tables if needed. A daily checklist will be provided to help you keep track of site responsibilities. In some cases, signs and site bins will be stored at the site. When the driver arrives, they will hand the site lead a transport log. The site lead will check the log to ensure that everything on the list was delivered, especially the correct number of meals provided for the site, and verify the food temperature. Then the site lead will sign to confirm that they have received everything. Volunteers are responsible for setting up the sites, which includes the following: setting up the tables and canopy if needed, putting up the sandwich boards, banners, and important signs, including the Justice for All poster, preparing the paperwork, including meal count form and volunteer sign-in, setting up trash bags if needed. It's very important that no lunches are handed out before the scheduled start time of the site. For example, if the scheduled meal time begins at 1 p.m., even if you're ready to go at 12:50 p.m. and there's a line of people already waiting, you must still wait until 1 p.m. to begin. Since the program is first come, first served, we need to be fair and ensure that lunches are served at the time that is posted, giving all children a fair chance to enjoy lunch. Following the scheduled mealtime is an important USDA requirement, and we rely on you to ensure that this rule is followed. There are 2 things you must do while handing out lunches. The first task is to distribute the lunches to each child. Parents cannot take lunches. Before handing over a lunch, you need to visually verify that the lunch is complete. The USDA requires us to offer a complete meal, which means it must contain the following: 8 fluid ounces of reduced fat milk, 3/4 cup serving of fruit and/or a vegetable, 1 serving of grains or bread, and 2 ounces of meat or protein. The second task is to keep count of how many meals have been served. This is easy, but it is also the most important task that we ask of our site leads. To keep count of lunches, you will need to fill out the daily meal count form. The site lead should be the only one who fills out the daily meal count form. The daily meal count form tracks how many lunches we serve at each site each day. We use these records to claim our federal reimbursements and, in the case of audit, to verify how many lunches we served. It is extremely important that these forms are filled out correctly each day. Please make it your top priority as site lead to ensure that the form is completed accurately, and don't forget to sign the bottom. In order to comply with the USDA regulations, there are a few mealtime rules that we must follow, and it is the job of the site lead to help teach these rules to children and families who visit our sites. It is also important to clarify that these rules were created by the USDA, and we must uphold these rules in order to meet our federal requirements. A laminated copy of these rules will be included in your site bin and will need to be posted near the meal distribution area. Rule number 1. Meals are for children 1 through 18 years old only. Children must eat meals on site. Parents are not allowed to pick up for children. Rule number 2. Seconds will be served only after all children have been served a first meal. In addition to site rules, the USDA requires that we display the Justice for All civil rights poster where meals are served and follow these guidelines. All children and teens ages 1 through 18 have a right to accept a free, complete, and safe lunch, and we must serve all children fairly and consistently, first come, first served. There are some basic food, safety, and sanitation rules that must be followed to ensure our program is safe for all children. These include: cold lunches must be kept cold. This means keeping the ice chest or container shut and in the shade when it's not in use, and checking the temperature of lunches to ensure that cold lunches are at 41 degrees or below, and hot lunches are at 135 degrees or above. Our drivers have a food temperature log, and temperatures will be checked when lunches are picked up from the kitchen and dropped off at the site. Temperature must be checked by the site lead when the delivery driver drops off the meals. Be sure to wash your hands and use hand sanitizer before meal service and frequently during site operation. All sites will have access to restrooms. You cannot touch food content with bare hands. If you ever need to touch any of the food items and a lunch, be sure to wear disposable gloves, which you will find in your site toolkit. If you are using gloves that need to touch anything other than food, including the outside of the ice chests, make sure to put on a new pair of gloves before handling food again. Wipe down lunch areas before and after meal service and keep surfaces clean during the meal service. Sanitizing wipes will be included in your site toolkit. When the lunch period has ended, site leads must complete and sign the daily meal count form and verify that all lunches have been accounted for. The leftover lunches on the meal count form should reflect the number of lunches left in the ice chest. Once the lunch period is over, any additional lunches served cannot be counted on the daily meal count form. You can still serve the extra lunches. Just make a note of how many lunches were served after mealtime is over. Please send a picture of the completed meal count form to the designated food bank program staff. Make sure that all signs are taken down and the ice chests or containers with leftover lunches are sealed. Collect trash and tie trash bags securely. The delivery driver will return to pick up all supplies that are not able to be stored at the sites, including ice chests, signs, tables, and site bins. It is completely normal to have leftover meals. In fact, it's a good thing because it means we didn't have to turn away any children who wanted a lunch. Every site has a different way of handling leftover meals. Normally, the food bank collects extra meals and gives them to needy organizations. In some cases, sites will keep extra meals and give them out to neighbors in need, but only if a prior arrangement has been made with the food bank. If you ever have questions about what to do with leftovers, give us a call and we'll figure out the best solution. To sum up, the site lead's responsibilities according to the USDA include: serve meals, ensure food safety and sanitation, receive and keep track of lunches, and most importantly, accurately record meals served on the daily meal count form. Even if you are not a site lead, we ask that all volunteers assist in these roles and tasks.